What is good with y'all? We're back with the Madden 09 franchise with the G, man. And it's been a minute. I've had this video for a minute. I just have not taken the time to go through it. The Saints killed us. That was terrible. It's the Saints, man. We beat them in the regular season, so I know we can beat them. The Patriots ended up winning the Super Bowl over the Saints. Super Bowl 45, so this is the one I believe was in Dallas. Well, Arlington to be specific, but you get what I mean. Quarterbacks didn't have a super great game. Reggie Bush, 112 yards. Wes Welker, 8 for 219 and a TD. That's a pretty big game for him. So, yeah, this is the offseason video. I mean, I've had this for a minute. VY is going to win the MVP for the Titans, so it looks like he's turned into a superstar. David Harris, Defensive Player of the Year. Smith, Offensive Rookie. Chevin Taylor, Defensive Rookie. Best QB goes to Tom Brady. Best running back, Larry Johnson. Best receiver, Ocho Cinco. Best offensive lineman, Tosher. Julius Peppers, D-line. David Harris at LB. Jermaine Phillips playing for the Patriots, Pro Bowl safety. Lawrence Tynes and Tom Coughlin getting it too. So we got to get this right, man. It's been 3 seasons. Season 4 is 2011, so it's got to be our year. I'm going to go ahead and let this run. This is just the Pro Bowl players for each team, and I'm going to hop back in and start commentating again when we get to the offseason. Well, actually, I'll say a little bit more, but I'll commentate here and there when I need to. But shoot, honestly, I haven't seen this offseason video in a minute. I know I'm about to start season 4, so I realized I need to get this video up sooner rather than later if I'm going to start season 4 of the Giants franchise. I've been pushing it off for a very long time. So, yeah, I'm kind of excited to get back into it. So, yeah, it's going to be some interesting stuff. I'm adjusting injuries because the injuries I bumped up too high. I mean, Eli Manning leaving the game, going in and out of all these games, and then having a big injury like that. Eli, if you look at his sheet, he was a consistent 16-16 in games played and games started for the majority of his career. So it's getting a little unrealistic. It doesn't have anything to do. I'm not trying to make an excuse, but I'm saying Eli didn't get hurt, and people didn't get hurt and go in and out of the game 3-4 times a game. So I'm going to try to fix that, and it'll help out with that too. Because, I mean, we did have a string of injuries, but, like, we were having guys going in and out of the game. Other teams were too. It was just getting a little unrealistic and slowing the game down. So, yeah, definitely going to knock it down a little bit. Still going to be above normal, but not as many ticks up on the AI settings. So, we got that going through the Pro Bowlers. And, yeah, we'll get to the offseason. So we are making that money, $73.25 million. We're also in New York, big market. So, yeah, we're doing well. We just got to keep it going. So we got to figure out our coaching stuff. So Jim Zorn, maybe at OC. I thought he was a good OC. I'm not going to lie. Lefty used to be a quarterback for the Seahawks back in the day. Wasn't a great head coach for us. You know, I mean Washington when he was with the Skins. Barry at DC. I'm smooth with that too. And then this is the only guy I could get really for special teams coordinator. So there we go. That takes care of that. And we're going to try to get a new training staff because we're having a lot of injuries. Maybe we can prevent some of these injuries. We're going to buy a replay system, upgrade the stadium, and we're building a new stadium. At least we're going to try to this time. So here's what I end up putting. It'll be ready for the next season, not this one. And the stadium has been approved. So we're about to get a new stadium and basically tell the Jets, forget you. You guys can have the Meadowlands. We're going to take our new Meadowlands somewhere else. So it'll be built this regular season coming up. So season 5 will have the new stadium. And hope you all enjoy. I think I made the end zones blue, and I put the New York logo in the middle. So I had the decision to do this. I did this over a year ago. This was like a year ago. So I made the decision to do that before the Giants did it this year on their field. So I want you guys to give me credit. I said to do it first. And I guess the Giants just happen to have the same idea. You know what they say, great minds think alike. So here's who's retiring. Ward and Stokely, Kleinsasser, Reggie Kelly, Anthony Beck. Kleinsasser, I believe he was an H-back. So that's what's up. Fabini, I actually knew his son at one point years ago. Small world. Michael Strahan going to the Eagles. Yeah, I can't believe I let that happen. I should just let him ride out his career. That's crazy to see him in an Eagles uniform. So, yeah. Let's see. Anybody of significance? Al Harris, Rondé Barber, Eric Wright. Thanks to Brandon Jacobs. Brandon Jacobs trucked Eric Wright and ended his career, for the record, in the preseason. So it was Brandon Jacobs' fault why Eric Wright had a career-ending injury. So let's go through and see what he did. Yeah, see, NA, because Brandon Jacobs wanted to violate him in the preseason. So, yes, that is crazy. No free safety. You got Darren Sharper. Stay out of jail now that you're retired. Jason Elam, Craig Hentrich. We did have Hentrich, but we let him go for that young punter. So here's our roster management. I mean, we'll let Blackburn go. I like him, but all of these guys I seem to like. David Tyree, Super Bowl hero 42. We're going to let him go. We got receivers. We're good. We'll keep Manningham. I can't remember. Did we keep Keller or not? I mean, it's been a while since I looked at this video. It's just been sitting in the vault to edit. So, honestly, don't even remember some of the stuff we did. I know what the roster looks like, but it's not going to register with some of, like, the backups and whatnot. I don't think we did end up signing Cal. So, we have a lot of guys with no years left that we had to make some decisions on. So, that is that. Kevin Boss, we ended up giving a contract extension to. Steve Smith, we ended up keeping as well. We still got some cap room here. Those are the guys that we almost opted not to sign. Diossi, we're going to keep. He does a long snap. I'm not sure if we use him as a long snapper, but yeah. And we'll keep Alex Smith, too. We have a pretty deep QB room. We got Eli Manning, Alex Smith, Josh McCown, and Rex Grossman. Talk about a QB room. And we'll go ahead and give Dante Whitner his second contract now because we took him from Buffalo on his rookie contract when we traded for him when we first started this. So we'll go ahead and give him a second contract. Patrick Willis, he's going to get a big contract eventually as well. So, yeah, we got some guys we got to pay next year. So we're going to have some hard decisions to make. No doubt. And we'll go ahead and lock Kenny Phillips up while we're at it because he's young. This is the last year of his rookie contract. We'll go ahead and give him a second contract. So, yeah, we're just trying to free up the space, really. Yeah, lock in Patrick Willis. Give him that big 7-year one. He's 26. We're going to have him for a while. So, we're going to go ahead and trade Sonoris Moss to the Niners, a first and a seventh for Vernon Davis. Not that Kevin Boss can't do the job, but I think that Kevin Boss and Vernon Davis, Vernon will give us that speed component. I mean, he's got X-factor speed for a tight end. So we're going to get Matt McCoy from the Packers and a third and a sixth to them. And then for the free agents, I'm looking at cornerbacks. See if there's anybody I really want to go after. I mean, these are some interesting names, though, for real, for real. So we'll go after Vernon Carey. A lot of big names out here. I mean, we got receivers, so it's not like we really need them. I just like looking for the heck of it. You never know. We got running backs, too, for the most part. But, I mean, there was one that caught my eye, Carnell Cadillac Williams. So let's see if we can get him to sign. I mean, we got Jacobs and Bradshaw. So we end up getting both of those guys, Carnell Williams and them. Tom Brady has left the Patriots. He's going to Atlanta. That's ironic. So let's go through this. Hasselback to Tampa. Derek Anderson's going to replace Tom Brady. Jay Cutler's going to Seattle. Matt Leinart the Browns. Jason Campbell's going to stay with the Redskins. Seneca Wallace to the Bengals. Brian Brom to the Broncos. LT to the Steelers. Westbrook's going to go to the Skins, back kind of home because he's from Maryland, I believe. Kevin Jones to the Chargers. Portis to the Jets. We got Cadillac, obviously, and Maurice Morris to the Cardinals. Looking at the fullbacks. Let's see what they got going on. Nothing crazy. Anquan Bolden to the Chiefs. Roy Williams to the Ravens. Is that Santana Moss to the Chargers, Clayton to the Cowboys, Patrick Creighton to the Vikings, Jerry Porter to the Niners. Jeremy Shockey's going with Tom Brady to Atlanta, A. Gates to the Saints, Heath Miller staying in Pittsburgh. Let's see, is that Desmond Clark, I think, to the Panthers. So, yeah, we got some interesting moves going on. I'm going to go ahead and let the rest of this roll, and then I'll hop back in here after all of the free agency signings. But there was a lot of interesting signings. Feel free to take a look. All right, so I'm looking at this safety right here, Carpenter. He went to UVA. It doesn't really have a scouting report available for him, though. I'm just looking at some safeties right here. This guy's a hard hitter. He's from Cincinnati. So, yeah, I'm kind of debating between the two. I go with Carpenter, probably because he's a VA guy. And then this Denham guy I draft too. I didn't really look into him much. And then I'm looking at punters. I don't know why, but hey, why not take a punter? So, yeah, these are our guys. We got Carpenter, strong safety, obviously. We got Denham at D tackle, and Swain to compete with Valentine. So, that's who we got in the draft. Nothing crazy. Our cap room is $1.04 million, which is not much. So, pretty much you guys can just see who went where with this. I really don't have much more to say. Chris Johnson to the Lions. What? That's crazy. The Titans already got rid of CJ 2K. But they did have Rodney Brown playing running back for them when we went against them last year. So, I mean, it's not like they don't have guys. But, hey, hopefully Chris Johnson can put in work with the Lions. That's all I got to say. Just not against us. Martellus Bennett over to the Panthers. Okay. Spaeth left to the Bears. I think he actually went to the Bears anyway in real life. DeBrickshaw Ferguson? Wow. Some names I didn't expect to see on here. So, yeah, I'm going to go ahead and let the rest of these free agents run. Like I said, more than welcome to look at who signed where. Definitely some interesting names. So, that's that. All right, so the only thing I really have to say, Ed Reed going to the Steelers is crazy. They have Troy Polamalu and Ed Reed at safety. Here's the grade sheet. I can't wait. Season 4 is coming soon. Stay tuned. Holla.